We're heading to Dollarama and we're going to check out what's new for fall, Halloween, and much more. So let's check out the fall first. There's a lot of repeats from previous years. There are some new things. They could have switched it up a little more in my opinion. These signs are $3. I think those are a little overpriced. I don't know. They're not that big. There was a couple different ones. Here's the other one that says Happy Thanksgiving. So I guess it's like a wheelbarrow. They have the little houses, the signs here. This one is for $2. It does have the sunflower at the end. They have the gather signs. They have lots of pumpkins this year, and I appreciate all the colors. I like how they don't have just traditional colors. They have lots of fun colors as well. They have the stacked pumpkins there. Even some Halloween starting to sneak in. That's $5 with the bats. They have these pumpkins: thankful, give thanks, blessed, grateful, and they are for $2.50. I like the colors on those ones. And they have a lot of repeats. There's the gnomes again, the pumpkins with the kind of see-through. You can always put a faux candle in there. The acorns, they're back again. Now they have these pumpkins here. They are $5. They come in a bunch of different colors. I don't like that the stem is a pipe cleaner. I think it makes it look cheap. They maybe look better with a ribbon. I know you could always cut it and add your own ribbon, but for $5, I don't like that. And they have some Martha Stewart offset spreader. They were for $4.50. So it's a name brand, good find. They had some different mugs that I hadn't seen before. These are glass. They were for $1.75. A couple different patterns there. There's some of the gingham bowls and plates. Some nice yellow and green bowls there. These were cute. Kind of match the mugs. $3.25 for 3 little bowls. Lots of containers. Those were glass with a bamboo lid. They had some to-go cups, $5. One with the plants, Canadian one. Still lots left over from the summer here. These were for $3.25. Comes with a straw. These were nice, clear, stackable box, $3. Comes with the lid, easy to stack. Some more fall, so they had these kind of mason jar signs for $3. I thought those were a bit overpriced. Dollar Tree would be selling something similar for $1.75. These signs were $4. They were a bit better size. Now these pumpkins were for $5, which I was surprised. I thought they'd be more like $3. They're not that big. They had all the signs here. Lots of them we've seen before. They could have switched it up this year. They had these guys here for $4. Always put pumpkins in there. There's a couple different ones. The trays. And as I said, I do appreciate all the different colored pumpkins. Now, I thought these were like a tree topper, but no, they're just a scarecrow. I guess you could always cut a hole in the bottom and make it a tree topper. And these signs here, they were for $4.75. Again, I don't know if they're worth $4.75. They're not that big. There's a couple of different ones, 3 or 4 different ones. The one with the pumpkin, different pumpkins, the scarecrow. And they had the felt decorations here, the squirrel, pumpkin leaves. And they had some place cards, lots of different ones. Pumpkins, leaves. And here's all the napkins that I saw. They had these signs here with the houses. They are for $3. And they had the molds. You could use that. I wonder if you could use that for ice. Probably could use it for chocolate as well. These are back again, $5. We've seen them before. Come in white and orange. And these signs here were $3. They come in white and orange. They had the placemats, paper plates, napkins, and all the fun colored pumpkins. I do appreciate those. The yellow, the purples. This white one here was for $4.75. It's kind of made to look like wood. They had these ones here, Happy Harvest, $5. Again, I think those were a bit overpriced. So here's a close-up of the mason jar signs. Give thanks with a grateful heart. These were $2.50, the molds. So they got a squirrel in the center and then leaves and acorns, a couple different colors. Cupcake, baking cups for muffins, whatever you want to use them for. They were for $1.50. Close-up of the scarecrows, they are $3. They had some name brand socks. So they had Mickey, and they had Superman and Batman. These were all $4. A couple different Mickey ones. There's Batman. These were all around $4. There's Superman. They even had some Super Mario 3-pack socks. Those were for $5. Some nice bowls here. And they were for $1.75. Come in gray, yellow. I think there was white as well. These were different, the cute little signs. Adorable, I should say. So they had the bear, there was a unicorn, fox is hiding behind. And there was also a penguin, sorry, trying to get a close-up. And there's the fox. So they were all $5. All the scarecrows on a stick and the fall foliage. That was all back again this year. Of course, they have back to school, $1.75 for the erasers. Those were kind of cute. A couple different ones. Glue glue sticks, notepads. These were cute little pouches. The unicorns for $4.25. They had these stapler sets, $4.50. I like that faux marble look. You do get 1,000 staples and the staple remover. These cute little notebooks here. They have little things that you could change around. A couple different ones. They were fun. There's a pink one there. And they were for $4.50. Little notebook. And the erasers, there was these alien ones as well. And here's the princess one. $1.75. 3D erasers. They had this Netflix cookbook, the official Netflix cookbook. So it's all got recipes from shows that have been on Netflix, like Emily in Paris. It didn't look too bad. What's that? Like that's Stranger Things, Stranger Tuna Casserole, Queer Eye. So it's a nice pictures as well. It's a hardcover book. And I believe I checked the price and it was quite expensive. Yeah, it was regular $46.99 Canadian, so $5. That's a good deal. The Netflix cookbook. They also had some KitchenAid measuring cups here. Measuring cups. Spoons, I guess you could say. They call it, measuring spoons. The KitchenAid has a name brand. That's good to see. $5. A couple different ones here. More socks. There's Batman. And some more Disney, $4. And K-Bell, that's the brand that the Bay used to sell. They also had Garfield, they were $5. Get a pack of 3. Yeah, the K-Bell socks, those used to be sold at the Bay. So they're a higher end brand. And more of the fall. Now these salt and pepper shakers, they've had so many times they could switch those up. Let's, switch it up next year. Give us a fox or something. They're fine, it's just we've seen them before. More of the signs. These are repeats, maybe slightly different, but they had them last year, $4. You could use them in a 3-tier tray, 2-tier tray. There's about 4 different ones. Turkey with the sunflower hello fall. They're cute. And the more of the acorns, there's lots of different ones. Gold, silver, copper. 3-pack pumpkins, they're $2. Lots of ribbon. Cute little signs you could paint. There's some gnomes. I like that one there with the pumpkin. I believe everything was $5. This guy here, $5. Could be bigger for $5, being honest. And here's all the pumpkins I saw. I do like that they've got pink, purple, yellow, because not everybody wants the traditional fall colors. These look new, $3. I like the stem. It's a bit different. Came in a bunch of different colors, orange, black, 2 different blues there. More of the pumpkins. And these were 4. I like this green. Ooh, $3.50. Yeah, they're not that big. That's more like a $1.75 kind of price point. Those seemed a bit expensive. Cute gnomes. More of the signs here, $4. There's another one, Thankful and Blessed. But there's about 4 different ones. Depends on the store. And let's check the price of the gnome. Don't think oh yeah, $4.50. Okay, $4.50. This is about 3 or 4 different gnomes. Some more of the faux floral with the pumpkins. Another one of the signs, $3, so it also comes in green. More the acorns, and they are for $2.25. Bunch of different colors. They had some soap this year. Do like the bottle, that is for $3.50. Could reuse that bottle. Now this store was just starting to put out Halloween. There's lots of cups. They're cute with the ghost. There was the bowls, the big party bowls, chip bowls. So these guys here, they were for $4.50. They do come with a straw. These ones were $2.50. The cauldron, the ghost, the skull, the pumpkin, similar to the ones Dollar Tree sells, but Dollar Tree doesn't have all four usually. They usually just have the pumpkin and the ghost. These guys are glass. Pretty sure they've had them last year. They are $1.75. That's a good price point. And you do get a straw. They have these guys here. And they were for $3. There's 4 different ones. One with the witch. Spider, if you got it, haunt it. That was fun. Little lights here. They didn't have a price yet. There's a spider, the pumpkin, the ghost, jack-o'-lanterns. Put a full candle behind those, or a real candle if you're careful. Yeah, these guys here, they were for $2.50. Come in the purple, the orange. These ghosts, I think they're new this year. And they were for $3.50. There's about 4 different ones. Happy Haunting. And these guys, I'm pretty sure they had last year. Maybe slightly different. They're $3. The Haunted Mansions were starting to come out, or Haunted Houses, $4.50. These were fun. The lights. And I couldn't find a price on those. They were just starting to put this stuff out. The skulls here. There's about 4 or 5 different ones. They're actually quite light, and they're $1.75. That was a nice price point. And the doll heads below, the scary doll heads. There were some spiders as well. $2.75 for the doll head. They had some bats there, big spiders. More skulls. They were $3. They had the mushrooms. These were just in the home section. There was 2 different colors. Of course, you could use them year round or for fall. $4.50. Saw the cream and then that kind of burgundy color. It was a cute sign, always grateful. And they had some really big sunflowers. It's hard to tell in the picture, but they're huge. And they were for $5. You kind of see compared to the other flowers how big they are. Very pretty. And they had on this end cap here the kind of the wreaths, but they're square, the circle ones, the pumpkins in a bag. And lots of scarecrows. Use those in the garden or inside, of course. Lots of different ones. And lots of cupcake baking cups, $1.50. You get 50. I do like the gnome one, of course. They had for $1.50 the bamboo sticks. They're nice to see. Very similar to what Dollar Tree sells. I just thought these were cute little stickers, Mickey and Minnie. And they had this sign here, this picture, $5. Kind of remind me of an AI cat or something. And the Magic Family, I think that's Encanto. As I see, Disney. They had this glass pitcher, $5. Comes with the lid. Some MTV socks. They were kind of fun. And really cute pencil sharpener here. There's a bunch of different ones. That was the cat. And some to-go cutlery. You do get a holder. Comes in a bunch of different colors. And some fun squishmallows, so $5. There's about, 6 different ones. That's Yoli, I guess. Pama. This guy here, Aaliyah. And the alligator or crocodile. And that's Mopes. And then the butterfly. This cute. So 6 different ones that I saw. Well, thank you very much for coming shopping with me today to Dollarama to see what's new in store. If you're enjoying these videos, if you give me a thumbs up and subscribe, it's so much appreciated. Thanks again for watching, everybody. And of course, happy shopping. Bye.